Hello YouTube, 'tis I, your video overlord, here with a starting message. I did not plan on this video being my Etsy relaunch video, but it is because I have relaunched my Etsy. Woo, yay, sparklers, streamers, woo, yay. Okay, the link to it will be in the description, and I am doing a special promotion for my first 30 buyers where you have a chance to get free mini prints and artwork signed when you purchase with me. I am also doing free shipping, US and international. So please check out the link in the bio. A lot of you guys like my art, and this is your chance to get some of it in your house for beautiful home decor, or even if you can order before December 17th, you can get it for a Christmas gift, and that's US orders only, unfortunately. With that being said, let's continue to the video. Please do check out my Etsy. I would really appreciate you guys' support. Thanks. Enjoy. Hello, it is KG and welcome to another video. Today is a fun, chill video because I like these speeds where I can just sit down, talk to you guys over it, and have a good time. I didn't even pre-record like an intro sequence to this video. It's just me, you, and this painting. Today I am working on a watercolor painting of a girl halfway beneath water. It's kind of like she's walking into the water, and I wanted her to look very serene and happy and calm, even though she's kind of heading into, you know, who knows what, the dangers of the ocean. Is this like a suicide walk forward? Who knows? Who knows? But either way, she's happy about it. That's kind of what I was going for with this. It has been a long time since I've done a watercolor painting. Actually, I can tell you my last watercolor painting was probably last semester. It might have been the semester before, but I think it was last semester. So it's been at least a good year-ish, maybe more like 8 months since I have picked up a paintbrush, or even since I picked up a pencil. This entire semester was 100% digital classes. And while I had my fun with it, I learned a lot. I learned, for example, that I really like environment and prop design for animation. It was a fun experience. It's been just a little bit too long since I've gotten to just pick up a paintbrush or pick up a pencil and do something traditional, which is how I first got into art and what I really, really like. I don't know if I like it the best at this point. I do really enjoy some of the digital things that I do, but I really like it a lot. And if I'm creating an image, I think I prefer traditional over digital. If I'm doing something else, you know, like motion graphics, then digital, you know, earns some of its points back. But I am a traditional girly. Not that any of you guys watching care. So it's come to my attention that a lot of people who really enjoy my art videos and watch them are actually not artists yourselves. So I have a question for you that I hope you can answer for me down in the comments. Why do you like these videos? I like watching people's art videos as an artist because their technique and see what they do and kind of learn from them. But what do you guys get out of this? Is it relaxing? Is it just pretty? Are we just having fun watching whatever? I mean, I watch plenty of stuff I don't participate in. Like, I really watch royalty soaps a little bit too much for someone who has never made and probably never will make a bar of soap. Royalty soaps is a mother and a wife and a soap maker, and her soaps are just so cool and pretty, and I just like watching the process. So is that kind of what I'm doing for you guys here with my paintings? I'm not quite sure. Second comment, or second question that I would like you guys to comment on. Would you like to see more of this? And every time I ask, the answer is yes. I just feel like asking again, just be sure, you know, now that we're here, now that I'm actually doing everything, are you sure you want to see more of this? Because I am going to be making a lot of artwork in the next while. I'm planning to relaunch my Etsy. I wanted to get it done before Christmas. That is just like absolutely not happening. So I'm kind of concerned about sales, considering I'm not opening during the holiday season, but you know, it'll be fine. I have faith that things will work out for me, and I'm just not too pressed. But anyways, back into this painting. As you can see, our girl here is mostly blue. I wanted to experiment with the technique of using just lots and lots and lots of layers, which is something that is very basic to watercolor. It's a basic technique, but it's not one that I ever took the time to sit down and focus on. I was always kind of just winging it with my watercolors, and while they came out nice enough, I really wanted to get better at watercolor, and obviously I'm not going to accomplish that in one painting, but it was nice to really focus in on this new style. So I started with just a very light blue and established the basic shadows. Then I went in with a slightly different blue to, fill in a sort of base tone and establish the highlights by not putting anything there and keeping those the white of the paper. Then I went back in with purple to deepen the shadows, and then we're doing, a more yellowish blue or a more green blue or just straight up green to add more interest to the piece. Here the camera angle changed because I wanted to try different camera angles and see what I liked. Turns out the first one was the best one because the angles get kind of weird here as we go along. You'll see. But it's okay. You can always still see it in paintings, so we'll be fine. I really like doing this kind of a human, I guess, skin color of blue. But I also, just a few days ago, well, the day before that I did this, I did a test painting where I started again with a blue underpainting of shadows, but I ended up with a natural skin tone, and I think that looks really cool and really nice. It's a very simple test painting of just an eye, super basic. I'll show you guys at the end. But I just really like how that turned out, and I don't think I would mind doing more pieces like that. It's been really eye-opening to experiment with this style of painting, and I'm of course going to be finding more watercolor techniques to experiment with and continuing to kind of hone my craft on this. It's also been so long since I've painted that I was kind of worried that I completely forgot how to paint and was just like, girl, can I even do this? Also, I decided to keep the girl's hair white in this painting, so I think it would have been really helpful if I had some kind of, I don't know what it's called, but it's the watercolor medium where you put it over the paper and it kind of protects that area of the page from paint, and then you can just peel it up when done. It would have been helpful if I had that, but I don't, because I don't frequently do this, so I just had to watch my lines and work carefully. But as you can see, the portrait is coming together. I like the addition of the yellows, and I just like how the colors came out on this. It's not my favorite piece that I've ever done in my life, but it was a great experience touching up the piece digitally, which we'll see towards the end. The touch-ups that I did actually really helped to get the final idea out there. And you'll see I decided to make her lips red. They're not like super vibrant red, it's not like the focus of the piece is her lips, but everything else with a pop of warm color. Who's gonna be harmed by this? Nobody. It'll be fun. Lips red for a little touch of intrigue. That's about all painting. So getting back to the actual discussion about how it's been a while since I've painted, and you can see it's been a while since I've painted. I'm wondering what the rest of my artistic career is going to look like. Because I started out elementary school, early middle school. I started out painting along tutorials and lectures, just trying to learn how to do art, how to get it. And then once I felt like I had a bit of a base down, understanding how painting worked and drawing worked, I was trying to draw without videos, with the skeleton of the body and how to pose things. By the time I got to high school, I was finally able to take art class in a setting where I was forced to make work much faster than what I was used to, also forced to increase with my peers and see people who made better art than me, see people who made different art than me, and just be exposed to a lot more than what I felt like looking up in my own tutorials and I gave myself. Moving into college, that kind of continued from high school, but it also really changed because a lot of it was learning entirely new things. I wasn't honing my skill of painting. I wasn't honing my skills on perspective. I was learning how to flex. So through a lot of different things, I see what I need to improve both newly and from what I haven't really touched in a while, just, a watercolor paint first. And now that I'm out of school, check my last vlog to see me finish up. Now that I'm graduated, I'm not entirely what my art career is going to look like going forward. Relaunching my Etsy gives me a chance to make paintings now and always have an excuse to make paintings in the future. And because, girl, I like to paint. But what about having a full-time job? Depending on what industry you end up in, what is the rest of my life going to look like? And it's not just artistic. There's a lot of things about my life. There's, I don't know what job I'm going to have. I know where I'm going to move, but I don't know exactly where I don't know who I'm going to live with. I don't know how long I'm going to stay there. There's like the whole remainder of life basically is unknown, and I'm just throwing darts at a board and hoping that something good comes out for me. I really don't know what else there is for me. So it's just like, how am I to figure this out? And I guess that would be doing it, and eventually it'll be done, and I'll know what the future holds because I'm in the future. But it's unclear to me how I get from point A, where I am, to point B, where I want to be. Like, what's in the middle there? What's point A6? I don't know. And no one really knows how to tell me. No one really even can tell me. This is just something that I have to wait and see what happens. And also I have to kind of carve it myself, but certain things are out of my control. And I could go on in this rambling, but it's basically just my way of saying that post-grad life is a little confusing. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm making the best of what I've got. And one of the first things I did post-grad was clean my bathroom. But the second thing was do a painting, because I hadn't done it in a long time and I wanted to. And I guess I'm free now from school, free from obligation, and I can do whatever I want to do. Such as sit here and record this video, even though I'm supposed to leave the house in 10 minutes. But you know what? Whatever. For you guys, we'll be late. What age are you guys as viewers? Are any of you post-grad as well, experiencing a similar thing? I know the class of spring 2020 is kind of behind because a lot of jobs closed. So are you guys in the same position? You're only just now starting to have to deal with your future. I know a lot of people don't graduate in fall like me. So those of you who are graduating in spring, are these thoughts concerning you? Are there any hyper confused? Or are you guys just in the middle of it, a sophomore, big time chilling, and this just doesn't worry you at all, and you're sure it'll all work? I really want to know where you guys are at, because you see me, you good about me, but I don't know a gosh darn thing about who's watching these videos. So what do you guys think? You can see here in the painting, I'm starting to do the water. And my grand idea was to have the girl be covered by water, but just doing like a thin layer of watercolor. I made like the top of the water, the surface, look how I wanted it to look. But I think overall the idea is there, and editing it digitally will hopefully touch things up. You guys will see what that ends up coming out like at the end. But yeah, this is about where I started to put in the water, and as you can see, her serene expression has a little bit of a different context when she's walking into a body of water where no one else is. There's nothing for miles. There's just nothing. There's nothing. It's just her entering the water, and you're left wondering why and where is she going and how is she going to do when she gets there. I think the title of this piece is Serenity, but I like adding a little bit of confusion into my pieces, a little side element. So the side element here is, what even is going on in this picture? Why is she walking into the water? And we as an audience just have to take our best guess. I actually recently had to write an artist statement about my entire body of work as part of my graduation requirement, and I wrote in there that I like to intersect both digital and traditional art, which is true, but also that I like to intersect other things I'm interested in, such as writing, sociology, politics, and kind of like dark, angsty emotions. And that's very true. I don't know, I just fell with the cute, happy paintings are fun or whatever, but what's a drop of blood here or there? You know what I'm saying? It's weird coming from someone who's never seen a horror movie, because she's horrified of things that aren't even horror movies, so I just can't get to that point. Strange coming from someone who wants to watch One Punch Man but can't, because I feel like it'll be overly gory and it'll upset my dreams. Strange coming from someone who's as much of a punk as I am, but that's just how I feel. I like a little bit of a dark idea in my paintings, and this one isn't even all that dark. it's only dark because I say it is. Without me talking, you might just think it's a girl, chilling at the beach. But I've done paintings before and drawings before that I think you guys can see. The one of the nude girl whose body was kind of cut open, where I just kind of like a little dark depth to it. But we're about to get to the end of this, and I'm about to show you guys the final pieces, so I have to stop talking. But it was nice joining you guys on this. I really like doing just a random ramble over my speed paints instead of just music. Because I like to share some thoughts with you guys and see what you all are thinking as well. So thank you so much for joining me for this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. But that's about all I have to say, so I will see you guys next time. Until then, toodaloo!